Imagine a universe where Godzilla and King Kong roam free, along with a bunch of other cool characters brought to life by Toho Co. Limited. Well, welcome to the MONSTERVERSE. This awesome franchise, cooked up by Legendary Pictures, is now being served to audiences worldwide. Alright guys, it's time to dive into what's next in the MONSTERVERSE after Godzilla x Kong. So far, the MONSTERVERSE has unleashed 5 blockbuster films and 2 action-packed TV series, all jam-packed with monster madness that's got fans roaring for more. And you know what? Critics are digging it too. With a boatload of positive reviews and a hefty $1.955 billion in global box office earnings, it's safe to say this monster mashup is a roaring success. So without any delay, let's go for a wild ride through the MONSTERVERSE. It's one adventure you won't want to miss. Get ready to dust off your monster survival kit and practice your run for your life sprints because the beastly bros Godzilla and King Kong are teaming up again in the MONSTERVERSE's latest epic, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. How do you think these absurd concepts can be used into motion pictures? Who created this? Let's look at it one by one. Back in 2014, Legendary Pictures decided to spice up our lives with a Godzilla movie that blew our socks off with its skyscraper-sized battles and a storyline that struggles on the edge of a total world destruction. After Godzilla schooled the Muros in Monster Fighting 101, we got a hint that Godzilla wasn't the only big fish in the monster pond. Thanks to Godzilla King of the Monsters, where a scaly friend went toe-to-toe with the fearsome King Ghidorah and snagged the monster crown. But wait, there is a plot twist. Before Godzilla could update his profile to Undisputed Monster King, Kong was out there on Skull Island, chilling with his monster pals. Kong Skull Island introduced us to the OG King of the Swingers, but it wasn't until Godzilla vs Kong that these two titans threw in the ultimate heavyweight match, only to buddy up and go tag team on Mechagodzilla. Fast forward 3 years and it's a sequel o'clock with Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. What's on the menu this time? More city-crushing chaos, a monster tag team championship. All we know is Godzilla and Kong are back in the ring. But will they swipe right on being frenemies again? Or is it round 2 of monster fisticuffs? Either way, this MONSTERVERSE season is shaped up to be a royally rumbling reunion. So when can we expect the release? The colossal storms of the MONSTERVERSE are set to stomp their way back into theaters with Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, now dropping on the scenes March 29, 2024. This flick's release date has bounced around more than Kong on a trampoline, first marked on March 15, then skipped to April 12, and finally landing on a date that Ghostbusters Frozen Empire and Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17 ghosted. Every Godzilla and Kong aficionado knows that these gargantuan legends were born to dazzle on their silver screen. The hype train left the station with the trailer for Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, signaling a triumphant theater-only comeback. This is a big whoop for fans, especially since Godzilla vs Kong had to share its debut with couches and popcorn bells at home, thanks to Mr. Rona crashing the global party. Despite that, the prequel still raked in a cool $470 million worldwide, proving it could punch a pandemic in the face and come out swinging. The New Empire is set to reclaim its throne in theaters, but don't fret, once it's done its victory lap, it might pop up on Max for a cozy home screening. When was the official teaser released? Warner Bros. Dropped the first official trailer on December 3, 2023, right after wowing crowds at CCXP 2023. This sneak peek throws a spotlight on a new baddie and teases us with a baby Kong, stepping up as the adorable successor to Grogu and Baby Groot's throne of cuteness. We just got a sneak peek into the colossal showdown that awaits in Godzilla and Kong's latest adventure with the title reveal trailer for Godzilla x Kong. Clocking in at over just 30 seconds, this teaser gives us a glimpse of an ape titan lounging on a creepy throne made for a monster, with a decor of bones and relics that would make any dungeon proud. Front and center, 2 enormous skulls that look suspiciously like they once housed the brains of Godzilla and Kong themselves. Now this throne-sitting ape might give off major Kong vibes, but there is something fishy about him. Too lean, too mean, and those blue eyes. Definitely not a friendly neighborhood Kong. After flashing the movie's name, the trailer zooms in on those chilling blue eyes, hinting at a villainous twist before proudly announcing a 2024 theater-only release. Wondering who will all be there? The gang from Godzilla vs Kong is getting back together for this epic sequel. Rebecca Hall returns as the monster whisperer Dr. Eileen Andrews, with Brian Tyree Henry back on his conspiracy grind as Bernie Hayes. And Kaylee Harrell, reprising her role as Kong's pin-sized pal Gia, is Downton Abbey's very own Dan Stevens, in a mystery role that's got us all guessing. They'll be joined by a stellar lineup including Rachel House from Thor Ragnarok fame, Alex Ferns, who you'll recognize from The Batman, Fala Chen from the mystical world of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and Mercy Cornwall of Dive Club. However, Alexander Skarsgård, Miley Bobby Brown, Julian Dennison, and Kyle Chandler are sitting this round out, passing the torch to the next lineup of monster movie all-stars. Shortly after the monstrous success of Godzilla vs. Kong, news broke that Adam Wingard, the mastermind behind this epic clash, would be returning to the director's chair for the next season in the MONSTERVERSE. This marked a historic moment as Wingard becomes the first director in the franchise to helm more than one film.
Look at the film as two separate stories that intersect eventually. Team Kong and Team Godzilla. Each human story is following the monster story as well.
And hey, it's not just any reunion. Wingard and Dan Stevens, who worked together on the cult classic The Guest, are teaming up once again for this monstrous adventure. Behind the scenes, we've got a powerhouse team with writers like Simon Barrett, Terry Rossio, and Jeremy Slater shaping the script. Plus, we've got the musical maestro Junkie XL on board for the soundtrack, editor Josh Schaefer, and production designer Tom Hammock adding their magic to the mix. Action-packed filming for the sequel kicked off in July 2022, with the crew setting up shop primarily in Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, a fittingly epic backdrop for the colossal showdown ahead. And by November 2022, reports buzzed that filming had wrapped up, leaving fans on the edge of their seats in anticipation. As for the rating, well, it's business as usual with Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire rocking the PG-13 label. No surprise there, considering the main attractions are none other than Godzilla and Kong themselves, promising a healthy dose of creature violence and action that's become a trademark of the MONSTERVERSE. So buckle up folks, it's gonna be a one wild ride. Back in October 2017, Steven S. denied, the maestro behind Pacific Rim Uprising, let slip that there was a chit-chat about throwing a blockbuster bash where the MONSTERVERSE and Pacific Rim gangs could mingle. Think of it as the ultimate fantasy dinner party. But instead of dinner, there are colossal monsters and mechs dunking it out. Guillermo del Toro, Pacific Rim's puppet master, also couldn't resist the idea of his creations hanging out with Godzilla and the gang. By March 2019, when prodded about where this monster mash could head next, Garcia played it cool, saying they're building this cinematic skyscraper one brick at a time, focusing solely on making Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong as epic as possible.
So when can we expect that one to sort of get started?
We'll be starting that. We're starting Godzilla King of Monsters in June, and we'll be starting Kong vs. Godzilla, a bit after that.
But hey, he wasn't ruling anything out. Fast forward to February 2021, and Wingard is dropping hints like breadcrumbs, saying the whole shebang was designed with Godzilla vs. Kong as the climax. Yet with the MONSTERVERSE at its critical juncture, he hinted it's up to the fans to demand an encore. Basically, if we cheer loud enough, the show goes on. April 2021, Legendary's head honcho Josh Groth teased they've got a trick or two up their sleeves for future flicks. Meanwhile, the internet did its thing with hashtag continue the MONSTERVERSE trending faster than you can say giant lizard. Even The Hollywood Reporter caught wind of the whispers about more cinematic monsters mayhem, with Wingard potentially at the helm again, and Son of Kong being thrown around as a party theme. By August 2021, Bornstein chimed in, hinting that thanks to Godzilla vs. Kong's box office smash, they're dreaming up some fresh and intriguing sequels. He's all for pushing the envelope, envisioning a film where the monsters steal the spotlight with minimal human interruptions. Mad Max Fury Road, but with Godzilla and friends instead of cars. Ambitious? Absolutely. Possible? With these creatures, anything is. Looks like that's all for now. Be sure to check back in. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also press the bell icon to get notified of our upcoming videos. Let us know your opinions in the comment section below.